morning. Welcome to Oregon. This is insane. Never been here before, and I fully expected this to be a super crowded place because it's one of the icons of landscape photography in Oregon. I'm the only one here. Oh man. Oh boy, that was close. I don't know if that came across on camera, but I almost just knocked my camera in the lake. Just want the fog to clear a little bit so I can see Mount Hood again before the sunrise light goes away. Fingers crossed. Oh, there we go. Come on, Mount Hood. You can do it. Show your face, please. Got down to like 36, 37 last night. Pretty cold. But it is mid-October, so 12 and 220, I think. 3 times. Today on the menu, coffee menu, we have some coffee beans from Bean and Bean in New York City, apparently, with tasting notes of sweet limeade, mandarin, plum, buttery, sweet and clean finish. Let's see what it's like. $12 grams of coffee. Smells good. All right. So I feel like there's a kind of 2 different kinds of photography road trips that I do these days. There's the ones where I pick a small-ish area and I dive deep into it, and I maybe go to the same place a couple days in a row, or I'm just generally slowing down and really trying to photograph a particular place as well as I can. That's fun, and I've been doing a lot of that lately, especially in the Olympic Peninsula. But there's also something to be said for just a good old road trip where you, oh, it's still really foggy over here. Good old road trip where you just drive a lot and you're exploring lots of new places and not really getting places at the right time, but for photography, always, but still, it should be fun to see all these places. And yeah, so I'm doing more of that this week. I'm out here for about 5 days exploring the Oregon Cascade Range, the mountains down the middle of Oregon. Drove in yesterday from Seattle, did a little bit of exploring on the let's go this way. A little bit of exploring in the Columbia River Gorge. Been there a couple of times, but really this whole area I haven't explored at all beyond that. Never really been to any of the Oregon mountains, never seen Mount Hood before from up close like this. Haven't really done much photography in Oregon except for on the coast, so I'm really excited to get in some exploring. But yeah, it's gonna be a quick road trip, quick in like the pacing. It's 5 days, that's a decent road trip, but it's gonna be a lot of driving, a lot of showing up at places in the middle of the day. we'll think of it like a half photo shoot, half location scout for future trips when I want to come back and explore a little more deeply. Wow, fog is completely socked in, but the light's still beautiful. Should probably have my camera with me, but that's all right. That's all right. So yeah, no real solid plans. Oh shit, that's good. What is it, like lime and mandarin or something? I don't remember. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna go south for a few days until I run out of time and then go back home. So far, so good. Got some fall color across the way there. Not sure what kind of trees they are, but they're yellow. That's nice. So yeah, I think today I'm just gonna do a bit of a scenic drive. I can't remember what it's called, like the West Cascades Scenic Byway or something. Just south from here. I've got a couple spots saved on Google Maps that I found on guidebooks and blog posts and whatever else. But I don't know really what to expect except pretty mountains, hopefully some nice fall colors, and hopefully it warms up a little bit. It's chilly. I got a lot of layers on. I think it's supposed to get up a little bit warmer today, and then tomorrow should be even nicer. So. Sleepy. Let's go see what we can find. Let's see. Let's go to Timberline Lodge. Seems... maybe they have breakfast there. I can always make breakfast in the car, but we'll see what they have. And if not, it might be a good place to make breakfast. 7 minutes away. That'll work. Don't worry. I'm turning soon. Go 80 if you want. Big old truck. I wish I could have music playing when I film this more often, but it would get copyright flagged and I couldn't put it on YouTube. So just know that when I'm not filming, I'm listening to a lot of Gregory Alan Isakov, and yeah, big fan. But you'll just have to play it later on your own time, if you so choose. I guess in here. Wow. There's a couple mountains over here in the distance that I'm not particularly familiar with. My guess is that one is Mount Jefferson and then maybe Mount Washington behind that, but I've got Peak Finder app that will hopefully tell me. Alright, we've got, yep, Mount, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that, whatever. That's Mount Jefferson, 10,500 feet, and then, oh, it's South Sister. Cool, that's like in the Bend area right there. And then obviously, that's Mount Hood. Tallest mountain in Oregon. And really pretty with some somewhat fresh snow on top. Might have got some snow yesterday because we got a lot of rain on the drive down. It got down to 37 when I camped, so I would guess it is freezing, not far above here. think I'll do breakfast down here. So typically for breakfast on these trips, I'm not a huge breakfast person anyway. Never really have been. But lately I've been getting into having homemade granola. It's like an olive oil maple syrup granola. It's fantastic with Greek yogurt. So that's pretty easy as long as you make the granola ahead of time. And I've done that. I got granola. Just gotta find the bowl. That wind has a bite. Well, that was cozy in there. I guess it's kind of like a hotel slash ski lodge. I don't know, there's a ski resort here. It just like goes up Mount Hood. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I looked at Google Maps for a bit. I think I've got the start of a route planned. I don't know how far south I'm gonna make it today, but I'm just gonna go wandering that way towards Mount Jefferson, towards Bend maybe. See where the day takes us. Miles to go, almost home. Oh, got some fog. Fan of fog. I will take foggy forests over cloudless blue sky days. I need a and larch trees. That's cool. Not expecting larch trees. I guess they're western larch, not subalpine larch. I don't know. Wow. Oh man. Let's go take pictures of dead trees. God damn, that's beautiful. Pretty swampy down there. Oh man. Whoa. That's pretty cool. Just saw a great blue heron fly by just completely silently. A cabin. I left my car door open. I probably shouldn't go too far. Is that the great blue? Is that the heron? Maybe. Yeah. Kind of wish I grabbed my tripod, but I just grabbed the one camera and lens. I'm gonna come back. There's some really cool stuff. This feels like a Thomas Eaton kind of place. Pictures of floating leaves and stuff, but hey, I like that too. Like there should be like a moose here or something. Look at that. If you were a moose, wouldn't you want to be down here? All right, Oregon, I see you. It's pretty cool. My legs are soaking wet from walking through the tall grass, but so that's worth it. This way. Good, the power's still there. Shows you how excited I was that I left the door open, grabbed one camera, and just went running. Conditions like this don't always stay around for long. God damn. I mean, I just get so excited about scenes like that. It's just dead trees, but the light, the colors. Man, that was beautiful. The light. See what Timothy Lake looks like if we get some fog mist like that. Might be kind of nice. All right, 2 miles. I think this lake has a view of Mount Hood when the fog clears, so maybe we'll wait a little bit. See what happens. Not seeing any pictures, but beautiful spot. Glad I stopped. I think the lake maybe next. So I'm normally not a huge fan of using guidebooks for traveling, but because I don't really know this area very well, it's helpful to kind of get an idea. Otherwise I'm just driving around and going down random roads, which is fine, but it's nice to have at least some idea of where I'm going. This one's for photographers, so it's kind of nice.
Oh, I said I could ride.
A lot of vine maples here. The light's not great, but hopefully we can find something that's not too much in the direct sun. There's definitely a tripod scenario, probably a polarizer too. It's beautiful in here, but the light's kind of harsh. Kind of wish that we had a cloudier day. But that's how it goes. Most likely the best option is to just look for some smaller scenes, either ferns on the ground that are kind of multicolored at this point, or maybe just like a section of leaves in the vine maples. But anything bigger is going to have patches of super bright sunlight. That's not really what I'm looking for. It just gets a little bit contrasty. We'll see. It's not bad. It's 105. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, got a nice diagonal line in there. The leaves look pretty cool. We do get some blue sky back there, but maybe that's okay. I can desaturate the blue, or maybe just leave it. Maybe it's fine. Nice complementary colors. I'm bumping the ISO up to 400 because the leaves are quivering a little bit in the lightest of breezes. And F11, that gives me 1/400 1/400th of a second, so hopefully that'll freeze. Believes for the most part. It's okay, it's okay. Found the dirt roads. Tim's gonna be a dirty boy. That's the car's name, in case you didn't know. So I didn't really know what to expect that much from this part of Oregon. I knew it was the Cascade Mountains, and the Cascade Mountains run into Washington, and I've explored them quite a bit. But it feels pretty different from Washington. I think it's maybe more similar to southern Washington, which obviously makes sense geographically, but like the North Cascades in Washington are like mountains with like glaciers and like continuous mountains one after another. What I think of when I think of a mountain range. But south of that part of Washington and clearly into Oregon, it's like massive volcano and then sloping forest that just goes on to the next volcano. So it's different. I mean, it's really pretty, and the volcanoes are really nice, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's a lot of forest. And in the middle of the day, on a sunny day, not terribly conducive to photography, but it's I mean, it's 12 o'clock anyway, so it's typically not high time for photography regardless. It's a pretty big puddle. Just go for it. Okay. That wasn't so bad. It's been like 3 or 4 hours since we last talked. I just decided to keep on driving and drove south to the Bend area. First time down here. A lot of hours in the car today, but it was a beautiful drive. I realized not long ago I was getting a headache. I'm like, am I getting sick? Do I have a cold or something? But I realized that I only had a half cup of coffee today. like 12 grams of coffee beans. Normally I have like 2 or 3 or 4 times that, so headache. That was a mistake, but that's okay. It's almost 5, so it's far too late for more coffee now. But yeah, I'm gonna explore the Bend area. Found a campsite up here up a really, really bumpy road, but it was not too long of a road, so not bad. The Subaru handled it fine. The campsite's mostly level. But yeah, I'm gonna hang up here, probably do some sunset photography, and then, assuming I wake up in time, maybe some sunrise photography. There's a handful of volcanic mountains around here, so we're gonna start the day photographing a volcanic mountain over a lake and end the day doing the same thing. Let's do a quick snack. And then we'll walk down to do some photography. We got hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes till sunset. So no rush, but I want to give myself plenty of time. Beef jerky. Mr. Work, Mr. Work. Hello, bird. This is not where I'm heading, but it's beautiful. Oh, maybe it is where I'm heading. It's beautiful, and I can see the mountain. Holy cow. Look at that. You see that? Pacific Northwest volcanoes, man. That'll work. This might be my spot for the evening. Holy cow. That's insane, because if there's a little bit of breeze on the main lake, you get ripples, but this tiny little reflection pond is glass still right now. These birds follow me around. Hello, sir. Or ma'am. What's your name? Oh, goodbye. Yeah, I think vertical, but I might try some horizontal shots and stuff. This is stunning. All right, I'm gonna walk you through the way that I came up with this composition. I feel like it's a fairly straightforward one, but people asked in a couple of videos ago if I could talk a little bit more about how I decide what to photograph and how I do it and all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes it just becomes second nature after a while, and I forget that it might be interesting to talk about. But all right, so we got a mountain. It's a beautiful mountain. We got some nice clouds. Things are looking pretty good, right? Walk around this bend and I see this reflection here. Bam, okay, reflection, that's got promise. Then I see this curve in the little grass reeds right there, and I think, okay, maybe if I move around until this little curvy part lines up nicely with the reflection there, it kind of cradles it on the bottom and gives it a nice little hug. So we move right here, and then we raise the tripod up, we raise the tripod down, and we're like, oh, that feels pretty good. Keep in mind I'm ending up with the vertical composition here. It's not to say that you have to do a vertical composition here. There's lots of ways to do this kind of shot, but notice how moving literally 6 inches to the right, 6 inches to the left changes the composition, because it changes how these shapes are arranged next to each other. So then we're just deciding how to crop. So I decided to go vertical. Intuitively, I guess. I don't have a good explanation as to why. Probably because the stuff on the sides isn't super interesting, and there's so much visual weight here that it would feel more unbalanced. But if I crop just to right there, then we're feeling pretty good. Importantly, this tree right here, I'm making sure to keep in the shot, because otherwise the shot's pretty left heavy. This is just one tree, but since it's by itself, it feels like it adds just enough visual weight to balance it out. Then I walk around, make sure I'm not missing anything, some better options. I settle on this composition right here. And now, because this is such a nice composition, this is one that I'm really happy with, more than usual, I think I'm just gonna sit here and just take the shot as the light changes, at least while the light is still directly hitting this foreground. It might not work as well once that's gone, but I bet it'll still be fine, actually. We'll see. But at least for now, I'm gonna just keep sitting here, taking the same shot with different lighting conditions as the clouds go by and the light changes a little bit. And then I'll decide what I like best when I get home. Hopefully that was helpful. I think this shot is good. The light is light's not on as much of the foreground anymore, and that's because the sun's going behind that horizon. And the clouds were better earlier too, for what I liked. There was light on the mountain, clouds behind it. I think no blue sky in the scene, so I think I'm happy with what I got. I keep walking down the road towards my original planned spot, and then if it doesn't work out, I'll at least know if it's a good spot to do for sunrise. Call it location scouting. All right, I just set up a wide angle shot here. Just like that. Not quite that wide, but pretty much that. I don't mean to be Mr. Grumpy Grumps, but the group back there is flying 3 drones around, and one they had literally just hovering like 20 feet above my head. That's pretty annoying. I mean, I'm not worried about them like spying on me or anything. Like, I understand I have a drone, but like, come on. You've been flying it nonstop. Oh, that's okay. That was a nice day. I think I got some good shots. Drove a lot, but made it down to some new parts of Oregon that I hadn't seen before, so yeah, call that a win. Take tomorrow a little bit easier. I've got 3 more days on this Oregon Cascades road trip. I'll probably do 1 more vlog from the trip, but that'll be in the next video. For now, I'll say thanks so much for watching. Thanks as always for your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye.